So we'll start out with Joe doing a textbook sweep roll. You can see his paddle starts moving. He initiates his hip snap right away. And I'm going to pick on Nan a little bit here. Here she's doing her C to C. And I noticed this, that her top hand is up too high. It took me a while to figure out where it happened. But if you look here, she's only about 45 degrees arced out. This limits the amount of movement that she has in her body. And so then she had to recover by punching out with her top hand. So even in the sweep roll, it can be really important to arc out more to the side. Here she's lifted her head, but that's all going back. And if you zoom back in and look at it, it's all because she doesn't open up her body and arc out to the side enough and skim along the surface of the water. She's kind of started pulling right away. You can see in this clip right afterwards that she opens up her body a little bit more and it skims a little bit more out to the side, and bam, she rolls up like a pro. Ben has a really nice compact style to his roll. The one thing as a teacher that I'd recommend is accentuating different aspects of it and figuring out how to slow it down. But obviously he has an awesome roll and a hand roll and probably lots of other rolls too. But that's one of those challenges that we have as kayak instructors, is learning how to do things a little bit slow so that people can see it. But awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And here he is doing a sweep roll where he's accentuating that wrist roll. You can see the wrists there. Nice job.
Good. Nice. That was perfect.
What I want to know is, how the hell does Darren get his paddle that far out of the water when he's setting up? If you look at it, watch, he goes almost all the way out to 90 before his paddle even hits the water. What a freak.
Cool. Nice. Cool. Yeah. Do that one more time. Yeah.
So this first roll from Natalie is a really nice sweep roll, though she rolls her wrists in the wrong way. These other ones she was rolling really quick, and you can see how kind of muddied that would be for a student. We just really want to accentuate all the positives of that roll. So even if you're trying to do it quickly, just don't slow it down.
Same side. Yep, same side. Yeah, bam. C to C. Bam.
Like made sure paddles in the air.
As always with Jules, it's just super smooth. You can see that wrist roll. The other thing that I want to emphasize is he opens his body up a lot. A lot of, it's somewhat of a style thing, but you can see how he's looking up and at his paddle and sticking his chest out a little bit. And that allows you to have more body rotation. And I know that a lot of people choose to kind of stay forward and tucked so that they're ready for the next stroke, or in case they flip over or something like that. But to really get the most out of your body rotation, I would argue that it's important to stick your chest out and lift your chin out of your chest. Here's Tommy trying to figure out how to do to roll his wrists back, but he's picking up on it. Obviously a really great roll. If he wants to emphasize the C to C a little bit more, he might pause at the 90-degree mark and really focus on channeling his inner Darren and getting his paddle a little further out of the water.
Boom.
Beautiful sweep stroke
Money.
or sweep roll from our friend Scott. Just textbook. Once again, he might open his eyes up and look at his paddle blade and lift his chin up a little bit just to accentuate that. There's his C to C roll, which he was trying for the first time. Really good and classic. Just needs to channel his inner Darren. So usually when people talk about the back deck roll, they talk about the beginning of it, where you're pressuring that right blade, which is really important because you want to push it all the way underneath your boat. Now what Scott's done here is he's initiated his hip snap a little bit early, and then he doesn't have his full body rotation to work with. On the second one, he pushed it all the way out to 90 almost, and then he has all of his hip snap to use to finish out the roll. And that's kind of what I've been focusing on recently a lot more, is really pushing that paddle all the way out to the side to 90 and then hip snapping. So just delaying that hip snap. Some of you guys saw Ben practicing this where he would be set up 90, he would move his paddle all the way to the stern of his boat, and then he would push it back forward and then initiate his hip snap, and he came up super easy every time. And I think that's the key. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later.